Hello everyone, today we're gonna throw some eyeballs at Bloodshed. Bloodshed is a first-person survivors game, which, when I first saw it, I was intrigued. I really was attracted by the art style, and then when playing it, I did have a lot of fun. So, I've already played about 2 hours and a half, or 2 hours and a bit. We'll go on a mission that I've already completed. So, when you first start, you have to survive for 5 minutes, right? So, to get you acquainted with the game. And then you have to survive for 20. So, I think this is a good mission to have a look. I've already unlocked 3 characters. You start with this guy, Flint Steel. He's got some pretty funny, sometimes cringy, and very cheesy lines. And then this guy, who reminds me of good old Caleb. But this is Jared. So, or Jared? Jared, Caleb. I know that's the wrong pronunciation, but yeah, this is essentially Caleb from Blood, but not. So we'll go with this guy.
I'm in a killing mood tonight. Reckon I'm always in a killing mood.
He's got a pretty cool voice. And he starts with a double-barrel shotgun, which, unfortunately, I'm not great with it.
It's a good night to die.
So, I've been playing this on the Steam Deck, and it plays really well, but the rotating is terrible because, well, I guess I need to increase the sensitivity. But, I fumbled my way through it. Wait, what? Oh yeah, so that's an explosive barrel. The more you play and the more you kill enemies and the more you upgrade your weapons, that's how you do unlocks. And
I'm not just killing,
this max HP thing I just recently unlocked. So we'll probably do that because it gets pretty rough. Expect to die quite a few times as you're starting. But the game is fun. I am, as many of us have lately, suffering from fatigue from Survivors games. Since Vampire Survivors, there was a huge upsurge on these types of games. But this is new. This is interesting. And it has that aesthetic that's similar to Blood and to, obviously, old boomer shooters, which I really appreciate. Each character can hold a limited number of weapons. So you have your melee weapon, pitchfork, in this case, which Caleb also had in Blood. I'm just saying. I am having a lot of success with the Uzi. I believe you unlock the Uzi with Flynn after fully upgrading his Desert Eagle. And then, once I fully upgraded the Uzi, it said that I would get access to an AK-47. I have never seen the damn thing. I don't know where the AK-47 went. I feel cheated. But anyway, the objective is simple. It's to kill as many enemies as you can, grab the experience orbs, which is very Survivors-like. So that's, what's the word? I can't English right now. It's a mechanic that's everywhere in Survivors games. There's always some stuff you need to collect to get your experience bar up and level up. And when you level up, you get an upgrade, and so forth and so forth. There is no healing in the game per se. Like, no natural healing. So the extra health is very, very, very welcome. I was suffering hardcore in this map. I also think that the controller on the Steam Deck had something to do with it. This game is definitely better played with mouse. Just the ability to stay on target while moving and the rotation of the camera, the speed.
But I would find a little help.
Anyway, you also get your loot boxes, which in here they're lock-based, that you can get gems. Well, no, they're not lock-based, they're all lock-based. But on this particular one, it's like a slot machine. Which is okay. Unfortunately, you can also get gold, or gems, as they call it. And I just want upgrades, man. I need to upgrade my weapons. Anyway, I can tell you that I'm finding it easier to play on the PC than on the Steam Deck. I'm not great at shooters with the controller. But anyway, I am really enjoying this game so far. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see it through to the end. I'll give it a shot. With an Uzi, I guess. But I think it's worth checking out. If you like Survivors games, this is a fresh take on the genre. It's not top-down. It's more grounded, even with the spells. Because Survivors games usually end up being a light show. And when you're fully upgraded, you can't see anything. You can't parse anything.
Couldn't keep up with me now.
Oh, Axe of Vengeance. I have no idea what this is. I recently unlocked it. Oh. He throws an axe! Yep, I guess that does it. Is it any good, though? I have no idea. Is anything even dying?
Get busy dying.
That seems pretty lackluster. There's a scythe spell, because the axe is a spell, that just shoots a boomerang-like projectile that just hits everything in a straight path in front of you and then returns. So, I don't know about this. The Axe of Vengeance seems more like an... I don't know, an axe of limpness. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be so harsh on it, because it's essentially a level 1 spell right now. So... I am not impressed. I'm just throwing an axe randomly and not hitting anything. I guess I just gotta get good, but... I don't know, man. On the tin it said Axe of Vengeance, and in reality... it's nothing. It's not doing anything. But the Uzi is fantastic, let me tell you that. Is that an Uzi?
You know, that would make a great TV commercial. Excuse me, is that an Uzi? Why, yes, it is. Hey, self-defense is no laughing matter. That's why when I want number 1, I pack an Uzi. Accept no substitutes.
Yeah, it is. And here's the bullets. Anyway, the gameplay loop is simple. You go into a mission. The mission objective is to survive for a set amount of time. You get to kill a lot of monsters, which, like I said, between the cultists and the monsters and the character Jared, it reminds me of Blood. A lot. And this is a great thing. So here's the scythe. Anytime now. There it is. So look at that. That is pretty cool. And on higher levels, it fires 2 or 3 scythes. I don't think I have maxed it yet. I keep on dying before being able to max the damn thing. Anyway, I got sidetracked. I was talking about health pickups. The health pickups come from these things. So just shoot them and they drop an item. It's usually gems. So healing is a bit hard to come by in this game, which is unfortunate. However, now with a 226 health pool, yeah, I can take a lot more damage. Couple that with armor, which I haven't started on that, then that should make things easier. I also have auto shooting on. Oh, yeah. So before I go into the auto shooting, those green guys, they explode. Now, that means you gotta be attentive. You need to keep your eyes peeled. It annoys the hell out of me. I hate exploding enemies in games. I really, really do. So... And that's not the only exploding enemy in this game. In further levels, you get these burning cultists that also explode. I don't know what's the obsession with exploding enemies. They're terrible. But here we are. That's a minor nitpick. That's something that I just need to get used to avoiding. But anyway, overall, I really enjoy this game. It's a fresh take on Survivors. Everything is first person. There's a lot of really weird monsters that again remind me of Blood. And so far so good. The weapons are great. There is even a minigun that I just haven't got the option here in this match. And yeah, if you're looking for to turn your brain off a bit and just run around shooting evil monsters, preferably in the face, this is a great game to grab. And it's not very expensive either. It's at around $9 to $10. It just recently came out, the full version just recently came out on Steam like 2 or 3 days ago. Because it was on early access for a while. And I've been following it. But I wanted to get the full release before playing it. And so it's finally here. And I am not disappointed in the slightest. You gotta keep moving. If you stop to aim, projectiles will hit you. The enemies are pretty vicious. And it gets progressively worse as the timer advances. Just like any other Survivors game. So, if you played any of those games, you basically know what you're in for. And if you haven't, Bloodshed is a really good game to start with. Because it's different from all of them, given its first-person nature. And it takes, or seems to take, inspiration from classic shooters like Blood, probably Doom, because, let's just face it, everything is inspired by Doom. Doom is where it all started. Well, Wolfenstein. But Doom was the one that really brought it home and into everybody's eye, really. Or everybody who was a gamer. So, yeah. Bloodshed is a game I highly recommend. Even if it's not entirely a boomer shooter, or not entirely a Survivors game. Or maybe it is entirely a Survivors game, I don't know. But it has some cool stuff as well, like this. You can add special effects to your weapons. In this one I'm not really using the shotgun, so I'm not gonna add anything. But one of the upgrades I found was I could add fire damage to the Uzi. So my shots would have a chance to light enemies on fire, and then they would take more damage. Or they would burn. Another game that comes to mind with the art style is Dusk, which is one of those new wave boomer shooters that are really well done and that I really suggest you check out because it's an amazing game as well. Also very Blood-like. or inspired by. But yeah, to be honest, this is the game. What you've seen is the game. And it is definitely a fun time to kill a few hours with. Oh, it hasn't appeared here, but I'm gonna end the video on this note. There is a spell called Bloodthirsty Ticks. I don't know why. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's there. So, yeah. I'll just leave you with that.
It's only getting worse.
So, with all that said, I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Cheers. Yeah. Shoot 'em up, baby. Come get some.